Get a nice, like, external point of view here. Okay, so I can see Max. He's got, like, a nice scar across his face. There's you. Very nice. Myself, for some reason, my helmet is enabled. There we go. Nice view from the bridge. Ooh, I like the Anaconda bridge. This is really nice.
Yeah, it's huge. But it does look funny.
Yeah.
Me without a head and then you two on the side. Both in orange.
Thought I had the external camera bound, but maybe not. There it is.
Yeah, but exploring with a crewmate is probably still very boring.
Yeah, I mean, you know, they'll get around to adding more functionality. I'm sure there's a lot they have to sort out first.
SRVs are definitely necessary.
Yeah, I think so.
But as Max has said,
but I would like you were saying, how you could have them sort of amplify your scanning, maybe scan multiple planets at once, or at least so you don't have to be staring right at it. Would be nice. Oops, do we lose Max? I think we lost Max. At least I don't see him anymore.
this is not the same planet Horseman I have been, because I appeared in the system somewhere. But we did land and drive around in the Asteroid when he joined me.
Yeah, I saw
in the
those,
real game,
those
not in the beta.
screenshots. I know. I mean, I took on all that Yen Musu stuff at the wrong time, I think, but that's okay. Yeah, I can't open or retract anything, which is probably the best.
Okay, that was close.
Get a nice outside view.
What happens if I enter... No, I can't deploy the Scarab.
Really? Yeah, I was noticing that with Blamo earlier, that you can't, he couldn't deploy the fighter for himself, he had to stay at the helm. Which is really too bad, because that means that whoever agrees to be the pilot really is just trapped inside.
Yeah, it was when we fought in the nav beacon, it wasn't any different either. He could just fly and shoot his multi-cannons, and I had the turrets. That was fun for me, but not so much for him.
Yeah, I think it's a little bit limited. Ugh, these keybinds.
And when I couldn't deploy the fighter either. When he deployed it and I tried to replace his NPC, the game crashed and I got disconnected.
Yeah, we were able to do well today without a disconnect, which was nice. You know,
Fly a fighter?
Yeah, I flew his fighter, and then he was able to deploy the other fighter as well, so it worked nicely. And then, like, being in the gunner role was pretty good. I was telling Brevity and Tataboy in chat about I think I want to get like an Xbox controller and just use that for all the multi-crew features, so that it doesn't mess with the bindings on anything else. Man, look at the galaxy out here.
When I used the controls, the turrets, I didn't change. It didn't override anything, and the free camera on its own didn't change my usual bindings either. I just couldn't. I had to decide either flying the ship or using the free camera. I couldn't fly the ship during while using the free camera.
Yeah, mine when I assigned any of the ship controls under the free camera menu, it wiped them out of my regular ship flight menu.
Okay, since I'm still flying, it seems to be working. Okay, can
Yeah,
you scan the...
Let me see if I can. I'll have to probably assign. I cannot assign the Discovery scanner to a fire group. It says it's in use by other crew. What is?
Okay, yeah, the Discovery scanner shouldn't be the same as the
Yeah,
scanning the star.
I can fire your heat sinks.
Okay, yeah, you can try.
Let me go outside. Oh, I can't even go outside because there's no turrets or anything. So yeah, I can't target anyway.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's no way for me to target the other planets. So yeah, exploration functionality is a little limited so far. But we'll see. Come on, I'm in the gunner role now. I should be able to target things. No, it's not going to let me target it. Can you, like, deploy your hardpoints? And then let's see if I can... No, it's not going to let me out of the ship. Yeah.
Okay,
Oh, well.
give me a second. Let's see if I fly somewhere else. It. And... But deploying hardpoints doesn't really work in supercruise anyway.
Yeah, I guess that's true. I probably couldn't have scanned it then.
Let's see with the next one. I will drop from supercruise and then we can see if you can target anything.
Yeah, I've got a nice external view, so I get to see the galaxy and your ship flying and all that, which is cool. Okay. Oop. Nope. Pop me back inside for hyperspace.
Oh, that's why my heatsinks came back.
Oh, it took them away from you. Yeah, I'll
Yep.
That's funny. It's a good way to...
Hello.
Hey, Horseman.
Hey.
Alright, I'll see if I can target
I
this
had
star.
to take a little break.
Were you going insane?
Well, let's put it this way. I have scanned around about 50 terraformable planets. More or less. Around 50.
50? 50.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a lot. Today?
Yeah, today.
Okay, yeah.
So
So,
basically,
Imagine your sensor finger is getting tired.
yeah, more or less. I mean, if you remember when I looked into the game, I wide view that, well, it went around couple, like 1,000 light years that I didn't find anything. Then I found system after system after system with them. Well, there was my basic thing is that if I see water world, I go and scan it. If it's a reasonable distance from the main star. But when I do that, I usually scan the main star as well because there's a good chance that water world is terraformable. It's very high chance anyway. So I have found today quite many water worlds in quite many systems with other terraformable planets around. And I'm not complaining, no, but I'm just a bit tired.
No, it's fine. I understand what you're saying.
Great.
Yes.
Can you use the Discovery scanner?
By the way, in case you didn't
No, not at all.
see it, I
Won't let me
posted
put it on
one
the
video
group.
yesterday. One Finnish guy made video about the best planetary scanner upgrade. So basically, you will scan planets in around 15 seconds now. Well, when you get that modified. So it's something what every explorer should get. basically. It makes
Yeah,
things.
but I think there were also upgrades to scan from a greater distance.
Yeah, but I don't think that's. Well, think about it this way. If you can start to scan a little bit earlier, but you still spend same time, and since most of the time distance is not the factor,
Yeah,
unless
I
you
know.
can scan very, very far. I mean, really, really far, like 1,000 light seconds away. But when you start your scan, it's usually lasts something like 30 or even 40 or 45 seconds, something like that. If you can get it down to 15 seconds, I would. Well,
Yep.
I'm still not sure if the distance. You need to test out. I would say that it it's better to have faster scanner.
Yeah, that I think that's going to matter. I don't know, but we're noticing on multicrew, it's like I can't scan anything. I did just fire off a heatsink. It didn't
Okay.
change. I don't know, at least from my point of view, where it says the systems and it shows like how much hull heat you have, it didn't change at all. So I can't tell like earlier I couldn't tell when Blamo's shields were going up or down, and now I couldn't see your hull heat changing. I don't know. Can jump to Super Cruise really quick. I want to see if it'll. Now I see your hull heat going up, so I don't know. It just didn't show when I fired that heat sink. It just said 38% the whole time. Man, there is nothing out here though. I mean, the sky is just empty.
Where are you?
Just with Tarag and out by
Yeah,
Beagle
but-
Point.
Yeah, people. Well, hey, one other thing is that. in
Take a
that
look at the
planet-
galaxy.
Yeah.
Just sorry.
Oh no, it is. I've
Yeah,
got
sorry.
the external view. It's gonna brighten up too as we get away from the star.
Yeah.
The-
Hide
In
the.
case you want to find some Earthlights close by, I have coordinates while using ones.
Oh, this is a cool view. I've got low and behind in the background.
That
Yeah,
area,
might
by
be
the
good
way,
to stack up some Earthlights, even if you're not the first discovery, because Horseman took them back, but you just get good money. My goofy hollow guy is just like looking around like an idiot. Oh, hey,
Yes.
Max is back. He caught up with us.
well, that in that abyss, from Beagle Point to the so-called better areas across the abyss, there are many Earthlights, and in the edge of the abyss is that one system where it's the three, another one with two Earthlights. I think I found total like 6 close in the abyss or close to abyss. So it's quite nice place, to be honest.
Yeah, I like finding stuff like that. Man, this is pretty cool though. Like just to be able to hop across the galaxy and see what it's like, and I don't know. I wonder if you can share exploration credit or not.
One thing what I would want is to, I mean, if you have possibility to drop down 2 SRVs, your passenger could use other one as
Oh,
well.
I would love that. They got to get that in game.
Because, for example, in Beagle Point, when I met Tarag over there, we went to that first planet, and it was extremely fun when we climbed in that one huge mountain with SRVs.
Yeah.
I had to actually repair my SRV a couple times just to make sure I didn't blow up. But it was extremely fun.
Yeah, I'd like to see both co-pilots be able to use the fighters or SRVs, and I'd like to see the main helm, like the captain, be able to go out in a fighter or SRV and let one of the co-pilots run the ship.
So-
Or at least let the AI do it, you know? That'd be cool if you could let your AI pilot fly the ship, and you'd say, like, hey, stay here, I'm going to go fly the fighter around. Because you can do that.
Yeah, even if it was
you
just limited to no jumping out or something.
Well, because that's what you do now, right? You can deploy, if you had a fighter right now, you could deploy it and tell your AI guy to fly your ship. Why is that different now that there's another player on board? So I think at some point they're going to figure all that out and mesh it together, and it's going to be really nice.
So right now, you can't let your NPC pilot take control of the ship, fly with your friends.
No, it can only fly a fighter. So like when I was with Blamo, I was in a fighter, his NPC was in a fighter, and he was still in the big ship. And then every time I came and left in the fighter, it erased his key bindings and replaced them with mine. But then and so, or not his key bindings, sorry, what was that called? The module, you know what I mean, the fire groups?
Yeah.
Yeah, and so I would, like if I wanted to fire, I set it so I could fire like the beams with one mouse click and the missiles with the other one. Fine, great. Then I'd get in the fighter and his fire groups became my fire groups, but he had more other weapons that I wasn't using. He had kill warrant scanners and other stuff that I didn't set. And so then he had to reset it. And then I got back in the ship, and it went right back to my fire groups. And then when I left again, his were gone again. So it's like, oh, that's bad.
Oh, well.
Okay, if I move the free camera, my ship does move, so it seems to...
Yeah, because the idea is you're supposed
to
be
keep bindings for both.
Yeah, you're supposed to be able to fly the ship in the free camera, but that means that your camera controls and your ship controls can't ever overlap, where you're doing both at the same time. Or it'll do it...
Not everything. I can move up and down without moving the ship, but I can't if I...
Yeah, for me it overrode all my flight controls, so then when I tried to fly my ship, all my controls were gone, and because they had all been assigned to the free camera. So there's a lot to figure out with it, and that's why I was thinking, what I should do is just go get like an Xbox or a PS3 controller or something, and put all of my camera controls on that. Oh, whoops, I did a /R. That's okay. But, I mean, this is pretty cool. We're not even doing anything, right? We're flying around watching Tarag, show us the galaxy from a distance, and I'm already pretty happy that I see this. I don't have to do much. It doesn't have to be that much functionality to be something I
think
enjoy.
The most important thing is to find crewmate you can talk with and then just spend hours talking and flying.
I think
that basically
matters.
We did spend many hours while last summer when we traveled into Sagittarius A, and it was extremely fun.
Yep.
And it was fun to visit that place again while I was getting back. By the way, I think one reason why it was so hard to navigate at the center of the galaxy, because computer was trying to calculate so many jumps, but not at least this time. To me, it has been a lot easier because my max jump range has gone up. So my computer only had to calculate some about 17 or 18 jumps.
Yeah, they did that. I think they've tried some performance improvements too. Somebody said it was tied to your frame rates, which was odd, but what do I know about this kind of thing?
I could imagine that they use the GPU to calculate the routes.
Yeah. And they've done this
since
really
it's
well.
extremely math heavy to do that.
Right.
And the GPU is much better at it than the CPU.
That does make a lot of sense, because I noticed I used to have VSync enabled, and I turned that off. And I don't know why I had it on. I didn't need it, but it kept me at 60 frames a second, and so my graphics card was only ever doing 60 frames tops. Now it's doing like 180, and I calculate stuff way faster. I have no lag in the galaxy map. It's like, oh, that's interesting. Like, I think some of those, for whatever reason, it was tied in with that. So that was funny. This is done really well. So I was just looking at the different camera angles, and I had one that's over my left shoulder, and I've got the helmet on, so you can kind of see over my shoulder, a little bit of my face, but I've got the reflection. So I've got this really cool reflection of the star in front of me, like on my helmet. And as the star, the star moves, the texture or whatever it is moves and changes because it's burning. That moves on my helmet.
Sorry, wait.
That's okay.
So you have vertical sync on or off?
I turned it off.
Right, answer. I'm turning it off as well now.
Oh, this is cool.
It's kind of funny. My refresh rate is 144, and I had it on. I mean the vertical sync.
Well, do you have like a G-Sync or FreeSync monitor at all?
Well, I have Denku's 144 hertz monitor. It's awesome. I mean, with the so people are saying that hertz. I mean, your eyes can't see something after some hertz, but it's not true. I mean, you can see clearly. I mean, basically, I like my old monitor. I still have it as a second monitor, although it's not plugged at the moment thanks to my stupid graphic card because HDMI port is broken.
I know what you're talking about.
Anyway, it's hard to describe when I first time started to use this monitor. It was my jaw just opened up. The quality, picture quality went up so much that it's hard to describe. So basically, if you have a chance, when next time when you are going to get new monitor, get one what can actually go up to 144.
Yeah, I think I need to do that at some point. Because like the game looks great, but I think I want one of those ultra wide monitors. I don't care if it's curved or not, but I think that would be a lot of fun for playing.
Yeah, I don't care about if it's curved or not either. I mean, what I care is the quality of the screen. But I know another thing is that I know the manufacturer is well known and he produced excellent products. That's my main concern because I don't like to send back a monitor time after time if it breaks down for some strange reasons.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Just keep going over there and forget about me and just listening.
No, it's fine. It's not a problem. I mean, please, I jabber on constantly. I don't know.
Did you see the screenshot I posted in extra rating?
No, I'll take a look at that.
I think that's what you were talking about.
Yeah, pretty close. Yours looks better than mine does. It looks like a nose on me. Yeah, but if you watch it, like the star actually moves in the reflection. They've taken good care of it. And then if you look at, there's like another shot just over my shoulder where you can see the inside of the helmet, and it's the same deal. It's pretty crazy.
I would say that it was a quite good move from Frontier to actually add another console version. PS4 is in a way a lot more, many people like it, and for example in Japan and Europe more than Xbox.
Yeah. I mean, and they're going to bring PlayStation on. That's what they've been talking about in the live stream, and it's going to be completely up to date, and I think that's smart too. They're going to get a lot of people interested that way. And PlayStation has native VR support, which they didn't say right away that they were supporting, but I think it'll be easy to come along from that. Well, I think... Ooh, we got some beautiful rings here. I'll stick around for that. I was going to say, I'm going to head out and get on with my day, but I want to see the asteroid belt. It's so beautiful. Ooh, we're coming in fast.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
It's beta. Ooh, icy rings. All right, I'm gonna go to the outside camera here. Oh man. Yep. Pretty cool. Ice planet looks good from a distance. See, my frame rates are rock solid. You know, it used to be you'd go into ice rings and stuff, you'd think that you were, you know, not doing great, but, you know, I'm getting 75 FPS in here right now. It's not awful. What I'm enjoying, too, is the models when they're moving the joysticks around.
Yeah.
Are so bird-like, you know, they're these quick movements. Oh man, this is cool. Watching everything fly by.
I also like that you can see the shadow on the rocks.
Yeah, I was looking at that when I was flying earlier. You could see the ships kind of moving around. Oh, that's funny, my radar. It's like, what's on my radar? Oh, it's an asteroid. Very cool. I saw some of that rubber banding there. There's a giant pillar or bar in front of my window, though, and that's a tad annoying when you want a pretty view still seated in your seat. So I wonder what the best multi-crew ships are going to be. What people are going to enjoy being in the most. I think the Anaconda is good because of the weapons placement.
The cutter was also fun from the turrets.
Cutter is nice. But I don't see, like, the Corvette maybe, but the weapons on top aren't really on top. Most of them are on the sides or bottom. Besides those two huge hard points, and those won't be turrets.
Do we have anybody else with better access who wants to?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Boop. It's like scraping along. Oh. What's he doing? Quick, fire the heat sinks. That's all I can do. It'll be as cold as ice. Oh. Oh man, I'm just seeing like sparks and stuff fly out of the ship. Signal lost. Why? Oh, because I'm inside the asteroid, clipping through it. Oh, you've got some hull damage here, Tarag. It's not looking good up front. Oh. I have been disconnected. The ship has been destroyed and multi-crew connection has ended. Oh, man. Where are you going to respawn now in beta?
No idea.
Yeah. I guess I'll be accepting my 0 credit rewards.
Your ship has been destroyed.
I'm trying to think, did you go out to Colonia, to Jock's station?
No. I'm in this yet.
Well, then on that note, I'll take my leave and move on to do other things.